Okay, so what's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Side Report back for another video. I have a few people coming in to the room with me. Uh, we are doing we are reacting to an event that TPUSA or Turning Point USA or the organization that is headed by Charlie Kirk, otherwise known as the person who has an insane face to head ratio. Um, So it is also going to be a drinking game. Now I'm going to go over the rules for the drinking game as soon as people, show up and stuff like that. There's a few that are on the way. Um, this is good. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. This is gonna be just a fun video. It's like I'm probably gonna be drunk. I'm probably gonna be yeah. It's whatever. So yeah. I had planned on going live on Wednesday. That didn't happen. Um, just some other stuff just kind of came up. There was a little bit of a delay in my PC getting here. I'm still going off of my piece of shit laptop. That should be here though next week. So super, super, super fucking excited for that. Can't wait for that to happen. Um, so yeah, I guess we just kind of get the elephant in the room out of the way. Yes, my face is horrifically sunburned. It's entirely my fault. It's just yeah, just kind of deal with it. So yeah, not really kind of too much to kind of else to kind of go over. Really, it's pretty fucking simple. Um, Gonna bring that up. So yeah, it's just gonna be a fun video. We're gonna react to TPUSA. I've heard that it's ridiculously cringe. So I haven't actually seen it. Right, I haven't seen it. I will always say that when if I'm going to react to a video, I will always say if I've watched it first. I have not watched this video. I have just heard from people on Twitter, people on Discord, people just kind of in the general community that this video that it was just a pretty fucking cringe event. There was a lot of shit that was kind of said, a lot of really cringe shit. So we're gonna be watching that. I'm gonna post the link if anybody would like to come in. Again, it is a drinking game, so over 18s or over 21s only. Like I actually give a shit. um so um yeah, that's the kind of basic gist of it anyway. um Super excited for this one. I can't really wait to kind of jump in as soon as we get some people to have a drinking game with, so that's going to be fun. Is there anything else that's kind of happening with me? The only other thing that's kind of coming up is the debate that is next. That's no problem, Amanda. You say your comment. That's no problem. That is next Wednesday. It's going to be on Modern Day Debate. I haven't got a link for that just yet, but if you join the Discord, the link is on the banner right there on the screen. If you join the Discord, I'm going to be putting that in the announcements tab of my server. So as well as it's going to be on MDD, it's going to be in the upcoming live debates and stuff like that. So yeah, this debate is going to be on me too. It is myself and Kay Fellows, who I've debated against before in the past, so that's going to be fun. And it is going to be against Kendon Farr, who's been on the channel a couple of times, and it is going to be against Arena, who I own a Discord server with. So that's going to be super fun. It's really interesting that I actually know somewhat personally. Like I know Ken, and I've talked to him loads of times before. I know Arena because obviously we have a Discord server together. So it's whatever. I know Arena. I know Kate relative. There's a degree of we're familiar with each other because we had done the debate and stuff like that, and it was a super chill debate and stuff. So there was no animosity or anything. So yeah, as soon as Amanda gets in here, that's when we're gonna load up, and that's when we're gonna start and stuff like that. So um I should probably just kind of get this stuff ready in the background. So that's all ready there. Oh, no, other way around. There we go. So yeah, so this is it's right when it's about to start. It's on the starting page. This was a young women's leadership summit organized by Charlie Kirk. I don't know who the woman that comes on is. She's talking for most of it, I believe, and then Charlie Kirk comes out and talks a little bit himself. So yeah, again, it's going to be really, really interesting. It's going to be really, really fun. This is again, haven't watched it. I just heard it's super, super cringe. So the rules for the drinking game are: if you cringe, you take a shot or you take a big sip. So kind of covers everything that you're kind of everything that you're drinking. So I'm drinking cider, as is the name of the channel, Cider and Port. Me and my co-host, I drink cider, he drinks port. So I'm drinking cider tonight. I haven't drank in. I'm going to say it's been the bones of a couple of months since I've drank properly, since I've drank like a lot. So yeah, this is my tolerance is pretty low. I'm probably going to be drunk by the end of this podcast, but there we go. That's what happens. This is what I've gotten myself into for your enjoyment. So yeah, I'm just waiting on. I haven't actually heard back from any of the other people which is very fucking annoying. If there is anybody that again, there's anybody there wants to join, it's a drinking game. Links in the thing. It's it is what it is. If there's anybody that I have messaged that is after getting the notification that I'm live, hurry the fuck up and get in here. I will just kind of go from there. I am running out of shit to fucking ramble about. So if people could hurry the fuck up and get in here, that would just be swell. Just be swell. So yeah, so we are going to be drinking as only the Irish know how to, which is copiously and excessively. And usually without a drinking game involved. So Manda's on the way. Math Pig is coming in. It's going to be, two friends of the channel. I'm friends of their channels. So yeah, so this is going to be super, super fun. It's oh yeah, I suppose we should kind of get the other elephant out of the room as well. Yeah, so like usually when I'm doing a video, if I turn to this side, there's hair that's usually coming down like here. Yeah, I'm starting to tie it up now because I don't know, because I'm losing my hair and I'm refusing to accept that reality. So I'm doing with it what I can whilst I still have it. So basically, until I'm basically just like a carbon copy of Math Pig with just no fucking hair. So has to happen, has to be the case. So yeah, I am still fucking waiting on the people to come in. I'm just fucking vibing by myself. In case anybody hasn't kind of so I kind of started that. I don't know. This is like half empty, and I've drank one before this. Again, my tolerance level is ridiculously low. Aside from the fact that I was always a fucking lightweight, so I'm still I'm vibing. I'm vibing right now. I'm not tipsy. I'm not even nearly drunk. But yeah, no, I'm vibing. I'm having a good fucking time, even though I'm on my own. So yeah, just still fucking waiting for those cons to get in. Is my window open and is my room going to smell like smoke? Let's find out together. Unfortunately, that's not what I meant to do. Hello, Mathpig.
Hello. Sorry, I was over at Wild Eden's. She starts at 10 o'clock now on the Saturday. She started streaming now. So we're hiding our faces. Okay. Ooh.
No,
Yeah.
we're not. I was just checking if my fucking window is open. It's just nobody needs to see how ill-fitting this particular t-shirt is as soon as I stand up. So that was literally the only reason why I wasn't on camera. So yeah, so there's a little bit of a caveat to the drinking game. So Manda
I have
has
no
told me
idea what
that
we're doing. You literally sent me a link this morning, and it was like, right, I'm about to leave to go to fucking Newcastle. I'll look at that later. She went to bed at 10 o'clock and I jumped on Wild Edens and now I'm here. So I have no idea what's happening. You're going to have to fill me in. Hello, Amanda.
That's no problem. So basically what's happening is it's a drinking game, but there is a little bit of a caveat because Manda had said this to me before that she wasn't sure if she was going to be drinking or if she was going to be smoking. So I don't know what the rules for if you're smoking a joint is. I don't know. Take a bigger pull than usual.
Yeah,
just take a bigger pull than usual if there's something cringe that's said. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of up to yourselves then if you just want to jump right into it. And I could just kind of monitor then like who's kind of coming in.
2021 Young Women's Leadership Summit. Young leadership were in what field? What are we talking about? Is this a piss take or serious? Is this left or right?
So this is Turning Point USA, which is headed by Charlie Kirk. Who's done like he's done speeches at CPAC, like he was a massive Trump guy. He's debated at Politicon a couple of years ago. You probably know him if you saw a photo of him that big. He's the guy who has a terrible face to head ratio. Like his face is ridiculously small and his head is fucking massive.
So it's like a cartoon character, one of them.
Kind of, yeah, kind of. So yeah, I think we're just gonna fucking jump straight into it, guys. Yeah. So rules are: take a pull if you cringe, take a shot or a big sip if you cringe. That's basically it. Well, that's awkward.
I'm gonna have to watch this, right? Okay. Oh, I see. Who's that in the front? Who do I know? Is Cadence or Owens? Is it?
Candace Owens was on there. She was on the second day, I think.
Is that B? That looked like B there on the left.
Sorry, oh. Oh my God, what is that music?
Nobody can hear any music. You didn't hit the share audio button. I thought it was the skipping.
Did I actually not hit the fucking share audio button?
No, man, no. You need a producer. You need a fucking producer.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself. I swear to God.
Do you want to send me the link? And I'll do it from here.
No, you're grand. It's there now.
I'm only giving you shit. Oh my God, that music.
I'm just going to adjust the volume for it, actually.
Welcome, everybody. Wow, it's amazing.
What's up, conservatives?
You turned up, but...
Okay, so she said cute conservatives, which I'm sorry, I have to take a drink.
So, Alex, when we started the Young Women's Leadership Summit, it was 75 people, and it looks to be a lot more than that now. This is the largest ever gathering of young conservative women, I think, in the history of the country. And it's nice to be here in person.
Hate our uteruses.
That's
right. We can see all of your beautiful faces, and gosh, conservative women are so much better looking, aren't we, Charlie?
You said it.
What does that even mean?
So look, this conference is about all of you, about empowerment, about courage, about doing the right thing. So I'm going to leave it to Alex and all of you to have an amazing event, and we'll be back tonight. And I just want to say, meet as many people as you possibly can. Remember, there are only two genders, and this conference is all about...
Dude, there's only two genders. Like, why did he need to put that in? That's so unnecessary. It's like he had it running on the fucking teleprompter and your man was like furiously pointing to it like, just tell the fucking joke. It's just like, why?
Young empowerment. So God bless you guys. Thank you.
Yeah. There's so many talking points there in Now, in saying that, it would be the same from the other side. Don't get me wrong. They're watching us and we're going to say some certain things that we repeat over and over again.
Probably.
Yeah. But don't get me wrong. I'm biased. But I just feel that it's very propaganda-ish. It's very controlling. It's pushing old ideas.
Yeah.
That my best friend. She a real bad bitch, got her own
What
money.
is
She
that
don't
music,
need
dude?
on the dance
Why
floor.
did you
She
leave all
get
night?
2, 3 drinks, then she twerk and she throw it out and come back in. That's my best friend. She a real bad.
I was just gonna say, am I gonna get fucking YouTube copyright strikes for this? 'Cause
Wow, there's so many cinnamon
Probably.
rolls all over the room. I cannot believe it.
I can
Because
hear
we're
his
not just
chipmunk.
doing
What? Oh my
Chipmunk.
god! What is? Oh,
Nice.
that actually hurt. That physically hurt a little bit. Jesus.
conservative were conservative. That's surreal. That is surreal.
Again, you
Oh
see,
my
now,
gosh.
how long has this video been playing,
what
right?
Charlie was
And the
saying,
amount of things
we
that are
have
being
actually,
reinforced.
since our
Again,
last
I'll bring
squad
attention to it.
PLS,
We would
we've had
say
an
things a lot, but we don't have to fucking reinforce. This is. I'm not watching this for 2 hours. You can fuck off. No,
I have the goal of I'm going to stop streaming as soon as I'm drunk. So it's like
we're going to get to
it's
what,
not going to be that long.
32 minutes? That'd be 32 minutes.
Probably, yeah.
No, but it's the constant reinforcement of it, you know?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Over 80% increase in attendees this year. This is the year of the conservative woman or the conservative woman.
Dude, why does she keep saying that? That's
I am
really
just so
cringe.
hyped. So
Like, she
I
needs
really
to
want to know
stop
who I'm
doing that.
talking to. So I want to get to know you guys. Get really loud if this is your first Turning Point event ever.
Woo!
Yeah, woo. Yeah, my first
Oh
one.
my
I'll
gosh.
agree with
Okay.
that.
All
I can
right.
go with that.
Get really loud if you are a high school attendee. Love that. I love that.
You're a baby, Stephen. Go on,
College
put your arm up.
conservatives.
I'm not in fucking high school. I'm in college, dude.
What about our career conservatives?
A career conservative.
That was me.
Career
That was me.
conservative.
My first YWLS. I was a career conservative. I was working in radio, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that if you're coming to the gala tomorrow night. Is anybody coming to see Candace Owens tomorrow? Oh my gosh. I am so excited about that. And yes, I will be wearing something epic in pink tomorrow night. But I have the pink shoes on tonight, so I want to tell you a little bit about the theme with this conference. You may have noticed there's
and all the rest
little
of
bit
it,
of
and
a
then
theme.
today all she wanted to
Right?
wear was blue. Just blue.
Besides
It was like, right, we're wearing loads of shades
there's
of
a
blue.
Barbie
Nothing more.
theme, right? And we love that. We love to see that. And so I want to tell you a little bit about how we came to the conclusion that we wanted to do this Barbie theme and what that means to a conservative woman and why we would choose somebody like Barbie to represent the conservative movement.
Oh my
What?
God, did they do that?
But
Stop
why
it.
would you?
Did they do
Stop
that?
it.
Did they do that? Did they actually do that? Did they?
I think so. Okay. So I haven't seen this. I've just heard that it's super, super cringe. So I literally know as much as you guys know.
Okay. So
Okay,
like,
right,
let's start with the whole.
Hold
cute
on,
survey
I'm
thing.
googling. What did
Bitch.
BAR?
Let the woman talk about the women's thing. Okay. How about that? Okay. Cool.
True.
The whole
true.
cute
No, keep going.
conservative thing is not something like they're starting off the bat saying what is most important as a woman is to look pretty. She even says it. Why are conservative women so much hotter? That is what is most important. Okay. And I've held my tongue about it because it's insane and I don't fucking hear it. But then her moving on to this whole like we're making Barbie our icon. Barbie is literally a plastic, empty-headed whore doll. Like, what the fuck?
My goodness, don't look up the conservative Barbie on fucking Instagram because she's share my screen for a split second, man. This is conservative Barbie. It mustn't be attached, but this is just insane. Look at this.
Oh my God.
Conservative Barbie. on Instagram, and
my
then
God.
it logs you out. You have to use the app. That's fucking stupid, right? That's just fucking stupid.
Yeah, that was I'm honestly lost for words. I actually don't know how to react to that whole conservative Barbie thing. Wow.
Any woman like listen to this and go, yeah, that makes sense. Fuck's sake.
But I mean, aside from anything else, like they want their like women to be like fucking like pregnant and barefoot and like homemakers and all that sort of stuff, right? Like,
Well,
like
as man to put across, it is the Barbie's all about looks. Barbie's all about looks.
Wasn't Barbie a fucking astronaut at some point?
Oh.
Why are you so bad?
Am I wrong about that?
Because bitches are stupid. Come here. Just wanted to see the.
Oh man, let me see your bits and arms and all. Come on. You're a dick. You're a dick.
Oh, did they see the pictures at all?
He's all wrapped up. Like you can't see the cuts anymore.
If it makes you feel any better, I snuck out one night and went to a disco and come back with a busted eye and slept on it and woke up the next morning and had to get 6 stitches and my mother was not happy either. We do this shit,
stitches too.
Yeah, we do this shit. It's what we do.
That is true. That is true. That is true. Guys tend to do that.
Where's the thingy? Where did I put it? Oh, Jesus Christ. No, Angel, you did not give it to me. Angel, you fucking liar. God damn it. You probably did and I lost it. And I'll be back. Sorry.
You're all good. You're all good.
Thinking when I started, brainstorming ideas for YWLS, I was thinking about, 2 of the core principles of the conservative movement are free markets and capitalism, right? And so the first person that came to my mind was Barbie.
Yeah, because we've made so much money off her.
And Charlie was like, here we go. From the moment of the first day that I walked into the Turning Point office, hot pink lipstick, and I was so excited and raring to go. And I said, I had this idea for this pink show. Charlie was like, okay. But no, he was
reinforce. Women, take your place.
That's my show, by the way. You may have heard of it.
Said, man, I pause it. As you said, there was astronaut Barbie, and I think there was a scientist Barbie and stuff as well. But that was I'm not sure in the timing. It has to be in at least 5 to 10 years since that's happened. All right, Manda might know more than me, but it's been at least 5-10 years, I would say, since that's happened. And the fact that it's based in America, whoever's putting the money up, Barbie's been dying out because of this. They tried going the left ring, route, so to speak, and being more progressive and things like that with Barbie, bringing back sales. Because again, it's a company about making money. You sway a company's votes, you sway a company's views by buying or not buying. That's what happens. And they probably tried that, didn't work. Barbie's dying out, and the fucking conservatives have come in and went, all the evangelicals that just fucking voted in Trump and made a movement that size in America, we're now going to back you. All our kids are going to buy conservative Barbie again. So the company's wanting to make money.
Yeah. I mean, that's all it is. Yeah, that's like literally all it is.
But I'm just giving a reason.
Enthusiastic about politics and totally understood my vision for conservatives really being on the front line.
Conservative again.
Tackling a culture from that perspective of let's cover entertainment news and talk about why some of these celebrities have lost their freaking minds. It's a really good way to introduce conservative ideas.
Oh, right, pause it.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that non-reaction?
Yeah. Right. I'm gonna rewatch one of your debates back about fucking even the topic of atheism versus this, and I guarantee you say atheist or atheism less in the whole debate, and she said conservative and conservatism since this fucking thing started.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Constantly reinforcing that, constantly saying it over and over again. And yes, dead response. Nobody thought that.
Yeah, just like no reaction at all. So just like all these like crazy fucking leftist fucking celebrities, and she's just like, And it just crickets the entire time. Jesus Christ.
Because anyway,
Oh
so I
God.
thought about Barbie and
No. Wait.
Okay.
Theory. They didn't know which side she was talking about, because when you think of crazy celebrities, don't you think of people like, oh, what the fuck? I don't know, any of the super conservative, like Scott Baio and those kind of assholes that say dumb fucking stupid shit. Hercules.
They're just conservative, dumbass, crazy people, celebrities.
Or the
Ted
45th
Nugent,
president of the United States.
Sorry, I'll be back.
Or just the 45th president of the United States. It's another fucking crazy celeb.
Tonsich is a name that you need to know, because Lauren Tonsich is the events director at Turning Point USA, and it's because of her and her team that this looks the way it does.
So she's the person we need to shoot.
What, pink?
And Lauren loved right away. She loved this idea for capitalist Barbie, and that's because Lauren has taste, as all of us do. And I said,
again, right? Pause it, right? It just screams to me, right? And I'm sorry, right? I'm taking my glass off because they're fucking stinking and rubbing my eyes, right? I am not gonna. I'm bad with my words sometimes, right? Hopefully, you'll get the point without me sounding like a fucking. Because I hate it when people do this. But there is such a rhetoric in the way that they speak, and whenever we talk, we try and promote people to think for themselves. That's the tagline for my channel, for fuck's sake, is think for yourself. But it's the rhetoric that's being pushed here is the constant reinforcement of we are this type of way. We are this particular thing that every single person we are talking to must align with the way we are thinking, the way that we dress, the way that we approach other things. We are this way, and the other people go with the dehumanization. They are crazy. They are mad. They are wrong. They're shutting us down. They are doing all of this. They are out to get us. And telling people like this on a mass scale. You talk to people who talk about psychology and things like that. You have a conversation with one person, you can change their mind. In a mass form, with them all agreeing to this, the hypnotic nature to go with this. This is total propaganda, total, oh my goodness, Second World War shit. And I don't like that sort of using that reference, but that's the extreme version of it. Like,
yeah, no, I mean, it's totally true. How you doing, Michael? By the way, thanks for coming along.
Hey, thanks for the invite, brother.
No problem at all. So I know that Mathpig and Manda are smoking. But what are you drinking, Michael?
What am I drinking?
Yeah, given that this is a drinking game.
I have rum. I have rum and Coke.
I'm just going to constantly just smoke through it all because there's no point in stopping.
If you've ever, so do anybody in the room? Are you a rum fan? Do you like rum?
I don't really drink.
Captain Morgan's sometimes.
Oh, okay. So there's this great stuff you can. We discovered it in Mexico on vacation a bunch of years ago called Flor de Caña, and it makes it makes Captain Morgan and Bacardi look like toilet water. If you ever have it, you'll never have another rum. It's spectacular. So that's what I've got that and Coke. So, and I don't, and Steve, I've mentioned to Steve before, I don't drink that much. So this is going to be a train wreck.
On that note, let's just plow ahead.
I said, capitalist Barbie, think about it. She loved
any more women coming?
Brainstorming. And, I love this idea of using a doll that all of us grew up playing with that has had such an impact on pop culture, which is what I do. That's my bread and butter. And to use her to send this message of free market conservatives being the people who are the most pro-woman, not the left, right?
We want to take your bodily autonomy away. We want to make sure we only get paid less, but we're super pro women. Fuck your stupid, smug fucking face, you fucking cunt. Fuck you. Sorry.
Jesus Christ. I mean, like, just everything that you just said. It's just insane. How can you possibly claim that the right is more pro-women than the left is? Jesus Christ. Wow.
Well, what's ironic, so the first thing I'd like to say is Pale Blue Mama, this is the first. Hey, how are you? This is the first time we're actually meeting. I love the way you just keep your thoughts inside it, and
Very controlled.
it's refreshing.
Very controlled, yeah.
No, but seriously, one of the things that I find ironic is when the right talks about being so pro anything, when they are also like as an atheist, they come, you know, they're embracing of the Bible, which is so not pro women in any way, shape, or form. So, but it does seem to be the right's ability to talk out of both sides of his face at the same time with great ability. So,
yeah. I mean, perfectly said.
The people that try to say that it's super feminist to, you know, stay home with your, you know, and do everything for your husband. And yes, okay. What's feminist is being allowed that choice. What's not feminist is expecting everybody else around you to do the same as you.
100%. Literally couldn't have said it better myself.
I have a vagina.
Left
I know what you're talking about.
Be whoever you want to be, unless that is a pro-life or pro-family person. The left says, fight like a girl, fight like a girl. And then they pair up female wrestlers with biological men. No, you can boo with those.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. The left says, live your truth. But what if that truth is being a loud and proud conservative woman?
Yeah. And we let you do
you
that.
Can do that.
We don't
More about Barbie. I thought, wow, who Barbie is and all this opportunity that she has is only possible under the free market capitalism that we have in America. Now think about this for a second. It's only under capitalism and with conservative values that women can really flourish. So think about this with me. Think about all the jobs that Barbie has had, okay? One day she wakes up, she's a veterinarian. The next day, she decides she's going to be a stay-at-home mom. Yeah. That's right. Have lots of babies, lots of conservative babies. Your parents are like, wait a minute, what conference is this? What is this? We're having lots of conservative babies. So Barbie, you know, she's been a stay-at-home mom. Maybe she wakes up, she wants to be a teacher. We love our conservative teachers. And, you know, maybe she gets a wild hair. Barbie decides, I want to wake up and I want to be president. And so she does all of that. And then somehow she still makes time for Ken at the end of the day. I mean, what a woman. What a woman. She's got to be tired. She's got to be tired. Under free market capitalism, Barbie can live her best life.
Unless she gets sick.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Or steps out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
Or that. Yeah. Or just, you know, isn't pregnant and barefoot and raising the family.
I also love how she talked about have lots of conservative babies. That's like saying have lots of liberal babies. So when you have a baby, and then when they grow up, as long as you haven't brainwashed them beyond all fucking belief, they're going to make up their own minds.
Yeah, that's the thing. You get them to make their own mind. It's not the idea of having lots of conservative babies in the context of the way that she is saying that is exactly down the route of brainwashing them.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's don't let them get out of your little comfort zone. Keep them in your little area. Promote them. Have lots of conservative babies, so we have lots of conservative babies that they can hang out with, and we can create a little play group where they all hate black people.
Oh, the interesting point. Have they shown the audience? Like what's the demographic of the audience like?
Well, I mean, it's targeted towards women, so I'm going to say that it's like majority women that's actually in the audience.
Oh no, I don't mean gender. I mean color. Like, have they shown it?
Not really. They've shown some shots from like the back that's looking up on the stage, so you can kind of get a sense of like the size of the audience, but not the race.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure all down, so everybody sort of, you can't tell.
Yeah.
My new camera makes me look
and a lot more
super
gray.
duper white because it picks up the high
Now,
fucking whites very much.
picture
And the
this,
head's
all right?
shiny.
We're gonna go
Fucking
for a
awful.
wild ride here.
Oh,
Barbie,
no.
let's picture Barbie under socialism. She can't afford gas for her pink Barbie Jeep because inflation is so freaking high. We're already experiencing that, right? So now Barbie's
Pause it,
faced with, oh
pause
my
it,
gosh, I gotta
pause it,
choose
pause it,
between
pause
my
it, pause it. Did she not promote capitalism at the start of this thing twice?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I'm sorry. How is it that promoting socialism makes fuel more expensive?
Your guess is as good as mine. I do.
I thought it was.
She's just looking at everything bad that's currently happening, and it's like, this is the libs' fault. This is Biden's fault.
Is it not the dickheads putting fuel in plastic bags that put the price of fuel up?
Yeah.
I'm being very fucking facetious here. Is the proper way? I don't know if that's right, but you get my point. Like it's.
It was funny. My wife said we were sitting and watching some of this stuff. It was on the news, and they were talking about how people were using all these canisters and stuff like that. And she said, how dumb are they? They're stocking up on this stuff when it's the most expensive.
Yeah,
It's like buy high, sell low.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense.
My father, whenever the price of home heating oil dropped to its lowest during the winter, like 4 years ago, he bought an extra 1,000-liter tank and wired it up to the house and like bought like maybe 3,000 liters of the stuff. It lasted them 4 or 5 years on what people would pay for 1,000 liters now.
Yeah.
For he was smart and I was like, just buy a tank, fill it now. It's cheap. It's cheap now. Buy it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Rather than buying it when it's like crazy fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Oh god. I don't.
Nobody can afford Apple stock now, but if you bought it 20 years ago, you're doing okay.
Yeah, I've got into the habit of buying my oil in the middle of the summer because it's the fucking cheapest time of the year. Like.
Yeah. We do too. Because no one's fucking buying oil because it's the middle of the fucking summer. It's already hot outside. You don't need to heat your house.
Yeah.
So the price of it is like ridiculously fucking low. I'm pretty sure
up about 12
oil
to 15p
like a week or two
in the
ago.
space of 3 months. Just because the temperature drops.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. You actually get it for like, I don't know, is it like a third of the price or something like that? Something like fucking ridiculous like that. Literally just because
it's like 26, 27p. I think my ma got it that last time it was banned, and I had to buy some because I ran out in the middle, and I was paying 65 quid when I bought, or 65p a litre when I bought in January, and I only bought because I fucking ran out. I didn't buy enough at the start, and when we originally bought it, it was something like 25p.
Yeah, just fucking crazy. It's crazy.
Nobody cares about oil. Back to the vaginas. Conservative vaginas.
Beach house and my pink custom car, and that's a horrible predicament to be in. Gosh, first world problems. But seriously,
have you invited any more vaginas?
We're living under socialism with Barbie. AOC is president.
Amanda,
So I messaged Lavender Lady. She hasn't actually got back to me yet. I don't actually know if she's even seen it. So
she just got home from the hospital. So like,
okay, right, okay, yeah. I had seen some stuff on Twitter, but
I know you've been out of the scene
like
for
the full, the full kind of scope of the picture. So
like literally just a couple of hours ago.
So unfortunately, Manda is our only female voice. But Manda, good news for you, because that just means that you get more fucking airtime because we want to hear from the female.
Oh yeah, clearly.
I've spoken
a lot. I'm very stoned.
And of course, if we're living under socialism with Barbie, AOC is president.
Good. That's good. That's a good thing.
And because AOC is president, we have the Green New Deal.
That's also good.
My goodness, awfulness.
Also
so Barbie lives in this giant mansion, Malibu mansion, all these rooms.
Manda, just pause it there. Manda, this is a personal story. You would like this. This is we're coming back from the beach today and we're sitting on the steps and we're getting I'm putting Elena's socks and shoes back on because we were walking barefoot on the beach and stuff. And there was a cigarette butt on the ground. Now it's pretty clean. It's a decent beach and stuff like that. There, it was the pavement as they're walking, and there's a cigarette butt. And Elena picked it up and goes, "Look what someone's done." And I goes, "Put that down now." And she put it down, and she goes, "That should be in the bin." And she got up and she looked around. And she goes, "There's bins everywhere." Like, I was like, God, just make sure to put things in the bin and recycle. She's very good like that. I thought she would like that. She was genuinely annoyed someone did. She was like, "There's bins everywhere." It's like, what's their excuse? She's 4.
Yeah.
She's 4. That's amazing. That's good. Good job. Good job on you.
Yeah, honestly, good. Yeah. That's like if at 4, like that's her like actual response to seeing that. No, good.
Because she didn't learn that on her own.
Mm-hmm. No.
That's on you. That's a good job. Yeah.
She gave a flower away to some wee boy that we just walked past when we were out walking. And when I asked her why, she said, "Because it made him." And I nearly, I did, fuck it, I don't care. I cried for like 100 yards. I was very proud of her. Fuck off, man. I don't care.
No, I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at something Sam had replied a tweet to. Because the whole thing about me and Dave and Bear being 21. And so Sam said the anniversary of being 21. It's always fun. Fuck him. Love you, Sam.
Mama, you're 21 years old?
Yes. I have a 17-year-old son, but I'm 20. You were joking.
Oh,
Thank you for even considering that. But no.
I was gonna say your camera is spectacular.
That's mean but cool.
Here, at least we're getting good audio.
Yeah. Actually, but are you Canadian? Wait, what is you who like what is your like YouTube handle, Michael?
Oh, so I don't have a channel. I'm that guy. I'm the guy that goes on other people's YouTube channels, but my name is Michael.
He's the Canadian podcast
or anything though.
Yeah.
Man, I've interviewed him on my channel. He's been on my channel. You were supposed
Michael, the
to
Canadian
have
atheist.
him.
Yeah, see, I thought it was okay. I thought it was Canadian atheist. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, that's me.
I know you are. That's what I was asking. I didn't expect if you had a channel or not, but you still have a YouTube.
Oh yeah, no. So I have a face for podcasting.
And these
I do a fucking
What's wrong
podcast.
with
It just happens
bald
to
and
be a video
glasses and
form.
beard? Are you saying there's something wrong with being bald, bearded, and having glasses?
No, Matt, you're devilishly handsome. No, you're devilishly, and look at Steven. I mean, Steven's going to be with that hair. He's going to be on the fucking magazine cover soon. And then there's me.
All right.
Better be soon because it's not staying. Oh my god, I'm good.
Hey!
Is it going to be Men's Health? Are you going to be in the front of Men's Health, Stephen?
Yes,
is it my fault that I brought up the hair? I'm sorry.
I'm going to be on the cover of Men's Health, and they're going to do a fucking story on me on male pattern baldness. It's not something that I'm fucking happy about, but it's just my fucking genetics. Okay, can we stop?
Wait.
Dude, I'm fucking going, but have you not seen my hairline? Look at my hairline. It's ridiculous.
Are you expecting to get any sympathy from Math Pig and me?
No, I am not. I was just pointing it out. That's all. All right, okay, let's continue.
She's probably got that thing filled to the brim with restoration hardware furniture.
We haven't even got to 32
space
minutes yet, and I think Stephen's drunk, and it's been 43.
So we're done. No.
Partner of
I have a whiny child to attend to.
Wait, what did she say?
all this space, and yet because
He said, "Can I go now? I'm sick of this already." Oh, you mean the actual video? Not Manda. Sorry.
Did you guys hear that? Because of the Green
No.
New Deal, she's not allowed to fart in her own house.
Right.
Oh, that's right. No, I saw this.
Dear
Actually.
God.
Well,
did you?
let's talk about this for a second. First of all, let's just beyond ignorant. There's nothing about like your own methane expulsion in your own house. That like there's nothing about methane expulsion and it being limited at all. The only thing about it in the Green New Deal is them asking for further research into ways that we can reduce the amount of methane that come from our cow populations, which there is actually a way. If you feed cows a feed of seaweed, it greatly reduces, could reduce up to 60% of the methane that they produce.
Yeah, I heard something about that. Isn't it something about reducing their corn intake? I think it was something about that because there's this whole thing in Canada.
There's also the So and also reducing the amount of corn that we feed them and going to something that we don't have to actually produce. Like
cows eat grass. Cows eat grass. Cows should supposed to eat grass. Cows eat grass. Irish cows eat grass. Stop eating corn. Grass.
Robbie, for fuck's sake. So if you produce less corn and we're using less fossil fuels, less land, all of that stuff in order to produce that corn to feed the cows. Also, methane connects to it is attracted to hydrogen. So when you expel any methane from your body, it actually leaves pretty quickly because of the hydrogen. So it wouldn't even really stay in your house for long. So it's just the whole fucking thing is the whole thing is wrong. So
well, I'm sure in a second she's going to talk about how the Liberals want to like install catalytic converters in our colons or something like that to cut down on it.
Probably. Well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there?
There we go. Let's hear. If that's a real if that actually comes to pass, if she predicts that, I think I should get a prize.
100%. I don't know what the prize is, but you'll get a prize.
Prize is that you get to take 2 shots in a row.
Nice.
That's the prize.
So you think that's a bad day? Then she finds out that Skipper, remember Skipper, the brunette? Okay, so then Barbie finds out that Skipper wants to go away to school for a 4-year degree in butterfly whispering and basket weaving. And Barbie has to pay for it. Well, the government's paying for it. Really, Barbie's paying for it, right? Because free college, which is never really free. Really bad day for Barbie.
Wait a minute. Neither is any of the fucking education that's in the United States. So you guys have free education right up until high school, and that's when you cut it off. That's not fucking free either. The government is paying for that as well.
Yeah, and as homeowners, a part of our property taxes goes to schools, and I'm totally fine with that because I don't want a stupid populace. I would much rather because if you amortize it over the and I'm not an economist, I only play one on TV, but if you amortize the cost of this stuff over the populace, it works out to such a minuscule amount that it's negligible. What it does do is it relieves the burden of a student graduating from college or university with 5 and 6 figures worth of debt that they can never repay, ever. You can never repay it. Not and buy a house and do everything else the way things are. It is the way it is now.
It's like I don't know. I've thought an awful lot about this. As I'm sure I definitely can guarantee Stephen does because he must have debated this topic about 50 times with capitalism versus socialism, and it's so hard to find a middle. From my point of view, looking at the masses and looking at who people are and things like that, and it's definitely a gray area. It's not socialism. It's not capitalism. It's possibly a universal income for everybody or something, but there needs to be some sort of support at the very ground level. But it's just a very gray area. It's very difficult.
Yeah, it's funny. UBI has never been something that's been proposed in Canada, I don't think. But there's also this unbelievable vilifying. As soon as you say the word socialism, people shudder in their boots.
That's because they think communism, and that's America.
Precisely, because they forget about things like EMS services, schools, libraries, the police, all of these things that are already socialized. And I've said this before in conversations, like if you had to call 911, do you really want to ask how much they charge for a service call?
Yeah, well, no.
That was one of the things.
Of course you don't.
That when with Diana is she didn't have transport to the hospital and she needed to go, and she literally was like, well, I can't afford an ambulance, so I'll just sit here and die. And that's something plenty of Americans do. Fucking Angel today Like I'm like, Angel, we need to go and get stitches. Like we have to go. And he was like, nah, it's cool. I don't want us to have to spend money on that. And it's not like I had pretty decent insurance, so it wasn't going to be expensive or anything. But still, he didn't want, like, he was afraid of, he has no idea how much,
Fair play to him. I was afraid to wake my mom. We free fucking health insurance and free and all of that over here, and I didn't have to pay a goddamn thing for my stitches. But fuck me, was she angry? She's like a fucking bird. You seen poor Granny when she's pissed off. That's not nice.
No, but I mean, after I already clearly knew about it, he wasn't trying to hide any of this from me. He just didn't convey properly.
Oh yeah, no, I understand. I was just trying to make a joke. Just trying to make a joke about how scary my mother can be.
Yeah, it's absolutely the idea of healthcare is criminal. If you do, I think you are, honestly, I think you are a lower class of human being if you don't think healthcare is a human right. I think I'll say it to any, I would say it to any conservative. I'd say it to this idiot here talking on the screen. I think you are beneath me as a human. If you actually think that you don't have a responsibility to take care of your fellow human for the 5 cents off of your paycheck that it costs you in your taxes, right? Of course, it's more than 5 cents. I'm being facetious, but yeah. It's not something that breaks you. Whether it be Ireland or whether it be Canada, we still have a lower cost of healthcare per capita than the U.S. And people say, "Oh, well, it's bad. It's worse service. It's worse service." Bullshit. I don't buy that for a second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Money and all that.
And then she thinks, well, gosh, I have, all these problems. At least one day a year, I can have a good day. I can celebrate on my birthday. I can get a beautiful, nice, iced to the brim, maybe an almond vanilla birthday cake. But then she finds out that the government has run out of birthday cake at the Socialist Bakery. Can't even have your own birthday cake. And by the way, that is actually what happens in Cuba.
Pause it. Is it totally not possible that the capitalist-run bakery can run out of flour and you don't get your cake? Does that mean that
that's what happens in the United States like all the fucking time? Like, parents are not rich enough to be able to afford a fucking birthday cake. Like, these cases exist. There are people who are desperately fucking poor in the United States who can't afford a birthday cake. But free market capitalism is obviously better because of reasons.
She's talking about communism. She's not talking about socialism. And it's so fucking ridiculous. It is so clearly just crazy psycho fear mongering. Like, I don't understand how anybody believes this shit. Really? Don't. How are people this dumb?
Well, it's what we talked about before with the whole conservative babies, right? So you have these babies, and it's probably fair to say that it's a form of indoctrination.
Well, right? Yeah, no, actually, because like we live in the South, Michael. We live in Georgia.
Okay.
We're not from here, if you can tell. And there are a lot of especially white kids who are huge MAGA supporters because their parents are. Yeah. Most of Angel's friends are Hispanic. But when, for some reason, for the last week of school, they decided to lift the mask rule. They said the kids didn't have to wear the masks anymore if they didn't want it. And Angel wasn't fully vaccinated yet, so he was like, "No, I'm not doing that shit. I'll keep my mask on." And his mask is a Mexican flag mask. Okay. So the MAGA kids were all like bullying him about it and calling the like literal whitest kid you will ever see a spick because of the mask, and they just they're idiots. But yeah. Idiots. So yeah, they're super indoctrinated. It happens. I get that.
Yeah, but
eventually you grow up and you learn how to critical think, right?
See, that's the thing. Is I used to believe that. was, and please, I don't take this like I'm not saying. I used to be incredibly naive, and I used to think that because what I was going to say is my father was horribly racist. Okay, are you familiar with that? There's an old TV show in the U.S. called All in the Family. And there was this guy named Archie Bunker, right? And he
said, rings a bell, but not the show.
Yeah. He said horrible things, and my dad said the same things.
Is that Kicker to the Moon?
He was also abusive.
No. That was the Honeymooners. It was after that. It was after that. Anyway,
but
he was
Archie Bunker
racist.
Archie Bunker's character was actually based on what's his face from the Hooters.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that.
I'm just trying to think why I know
on him.
I'm just trying to think what made him famous to Irish people.
Stuck, aren't I?
So I used to think that all the racists are just going to die out, right? All the people, they're going to get old, and the hatred is going to die with them. Unfortunately, going back to what we said before, having conservative babies, and you teach them all this stuff, and you indoctrinate them all, and you just keep circulating this circle of hatred and bigotry and racism and all these other things. Just keep on going, and there has to be this. I don't know what it takes, but there has to be this kind of paradigm shift out of it. Because just like what you said with your son, the whitest kid you can imagine wearing a Mexican face mask and being I won't say that word, but being called that name, just like what? It's just so stupid. Yeah. Christopher Hitchens said something really interesting. He said we have to get over this stupid concept of race and understand that we're all part of the human race. And we're not there yet, but we need to get there.
Unfortunately, tribalism is kind of built into our DNA. It's not easy for.
It's literally been tried and tested that our brains can only remember up to 100 faces. More people, on average, people can think of a few more. Some people think of a bit less, but our faces, our brains in general, can only remember up to 100 actual people and match it with names is what I mean. We can remember people's faces and names. It's limited to about 100 people.
I'm really lucky in that I don't like that many people. So
yeah, I know.
It's easy for me.
But they've done studies in this. So as Manda says, tribalism is literally built into us. We couldn't.
Yeah,
it's biologically impossible for us.
I'm just saying between religion and the fact that it's built in our DNA, I think that's what's kept us back for so long this far. I think it's possible for us to be able to eventually, move past it. Plus, like with what Michael said earlier is, hopefully someday there won't be different colored races, I
think the internet is definitely something that can, even though it has its bad points, it can definitely do that because, not to say individually evolution and all that there, but as a population, we are now being interacted with more than 100 people a day. Our bodies physically only ever did interact with up to 100 people. We couldn't get out of our area, horses and carts and all that crack and everything. But with the invention of the internet now, you see 100 different faces a day rather than seeing 100 different faces over your lifespan. So I'm sure over a couple of years or a couple of generations, we'll definitely expand that. Our tribalism will hopefully expand to the point of accepting all humans. And again, with the internet, it's a mixture of faces. It's all different types of things. I made a reference point in a previous stream earlier about the shows that the child watches, and one of them is about how different people across different cultures say hello. And the song is like, everybody looks different, everybody says hello the same, and we're all the same. It doesn't matter what we look like. We're all human,
Yeah, no, it's very true. I mean, even just within this, talking about the tribalism, I think you're 1,000% right. Would you prefer I just call you Mama, or what?
Amanda.
Amanda, pardon me. Amanda, I think you're 100% right in that, with the tribalism, because, and MathPig alluded to this, in that, we were when we stopped being nomadic and we settled, then we became stationary, and these groups were smaller groups. And so we do have to break out of that. But what's interesting, and this is what MathPig just alluded to, we've got, it's only 4 people, and it happens to be 4, white people, but we have Toronto, Ontario, we have Georgia, and we have Ireland, right? So that's already
we have the UK and Ireland. Math Pig's in Northern Ireland.
I'm
so he's
Northern
technically
Irish.
UK.
Oh, okay. Pardon me.
He's fake
I'm in
Irish.
the real Ireland.
Fuck off, Manda.
So let's listen to more what this idiot has to say.
That made me smile because this is totally off topic, but I was just thinking about it. I had my 5th grade social studies teacher was this guy named Mr. Leisure, and he used to teach out of the box kind of in a way. He'd have us like get up and do skits and stuff, and he had this joke about a little kid banging on pots and saying nomad in order for us to remember what nomad meant. No, sorry, he died long ago, and he was my favorite teacher like ever. So sorry, I'm stoned, so this is not my fault. You got me stoned, Steven.
No, it's fine. I'm fucking drunk already, so it's okay.
Yeah, 32 minutes.
You
I was a
said
minute
we
off.
need one,
Fucking told you.
No. Okay, so yeah. Let's fuck this shit off because you said you would.
I'm literally just typing to Stephen in a fucking Twitter message. When we're ranting like this, production tip: take the fucking thing off the screen. I'm about to hit enter on that message.
I can tell you about my day. It's more interesting what this bitch has to say.
Okay, if we want to stop, it's fine.
No,
I'm, again,
So she's been going for. So I joined a little bit late. She's been going for 33 minutes. Has she?
She actually hasn't, because there was like a 50. There was a 15-minute fucking like thing starting soon now, sort of thing.
Okay. Has she talked at all about the benefit of like women seeking higher education?
Stay at home, be Barbie.
Now, and it's funny because and Amanda, I think you touched on this topic before. If that's your thing, fucking give her. Like if you want to be a mother, amazing. It's I couldn't do it. I know my own limitations. Like my daughter's grown; she's almost 24 years old. But I know myself well enough. I'm self-aware enough to know that I couldn't have done that. I didn't have what it took to do that. It was much easier to go out and bring home money. And I watched my mom, who was one of the strongest women I've ever known, raise 5 kids. I don't have a clue how she did that. I have no concept as to how she did that. But if that's your thing, fire away. Or if you want to go out and become the CEO of whatever, fire away, do your thing. But it seems ironic that
point though.
Well, yeah, but it seems ironic that they're talking about the women's leadership, and yet so far from what I've heard, she's being so prescriptive in what she's kind of aiming people towards as to what a good woman is.
Yeah,
from my perspective.
Exactly. It is very putting, like I said earlier, it started off with what's most important. That's the way you look. She's putting her audience into this box of what a conservative woman should be. Whereas, on the opposite side of things, the liberals wouldn't do that. We don't tell you what you are. That's the point. So
yeah, self-identify. Yeah. Steven, your eyes are a little glazed there, brother.
A little bit.
Walking drunk,
Steven's got that Irish glint in his skin. He's got that little red shine.
Yeah.
What are you drinking tonight, man? That's not Copperberg. That actually, do you know what that fucking looks like? That looks like a Campbell's tomato soup tin. That's what that looks like.
It kind of does, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
It kind of does.
No, it's Bulmer's. It's Bulmer's. It's strawberry and lime. It's fucking delicious, actually.
Oh, it's too sweet. No, it's far too sweet. It's far too sweet.
Oh, I love cider. I love cider. It's my personal drink of choice.
Yeah, my wife's gotten into these different kinds of seltzers.
Amanda was going to tell us about her day.
And yeah, I drink so little. I'm already pretty messed up.
Steven's a poor excuse for an Irish guy. Oh my goodness, is that a bun? Have you your hair in a fucking bun?
I do. Yeah.
Right. I do. We'll make fun of that later. Okay.
He mentioned this. He mentioned that in one of his last streams, talking about, He's saying, "Oh, this is what it is." He said, and I think actually Stephen said, he said, "I'm going to catch." I said, "I know I'm going to catch shit for this from some people, but here it is."
I'm happy to provide. Happy to provide. So, supporting Skyler tonight.
Yes, my hair.
Oh, there you go. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the Mandalorian peck. That's cool.
What did you think of the picture I sent you earlier, Amanda, of the Darth Vader cleaning service just driving through the middle of the beach town? She gone.
Yeah. Now, Darth Vader. Now you're speaking my language. He's my favorite.
What?
I sent you a picture of Darth Vader.
My Wi-Fi.
I sent you a picture of the Darth.
What?
What did you? 3 times we both tried to speak at the same time. I just thought it was funny.
Oh, but it wasn't at the same time. You must be delayed a lot. I didn't. What?
The Darth Vader cleaning service. We provide a quality force for cleaning or something was their slogan. It was on the Darth Vader on the side. No.
I have my Star Wars shirt on today. Well, actually, no, it's not my Star Wars shirt. It's Angel's shirt. And he didn't notice until like we were at the urgent care. He's like, "That's my fucking shirt." So he has spent years stealing my clothes. Now that I can finally fit into his, I think it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it seems fair. Seems fair.
Yeah. Steven, how goes the apartment hunting?
We've actually found one, but it's not going to be ready for another month or so. So, we have a little bit of a wait, but we actually have one. So,
do you own a storage closet?
It's called his mom's house.
I was just going to say, you mean a wardrobe or what the fuck?
I'm just wondering why you still have your PS5 box sitting on the floor.
Oh, that's showing off, man. That's
yeah,
been there since the fucking day Nari bought it. And look back in streams, he's admitted, because I can afford to get one, I'm going to fucking show it off.
It's not that I can afford to get one. It's just
that he had access to one.
I got one. There's a lot of people that can afford one. They just
have you looked in, man, I'll send you 2 links, right? I'll send you a link to the D brand. D brand, have you seen them, the outside skins they make?
Yes, the fucking black ones. It looks sick as fuck.
Beautiful. Right. Now, I'll also send you a link to a channel called, it's DIY something, right? And this guy is obsessed with fucking aluminium and wood. And he literally took the PS5 and put it into a homemade case. And oh my goodness, this thing looks like it's from the 1950s, beautiful sort of like old radio style. Walnut at the front, aluminium at the top. It's just really, really nice and shows you how to make it all yourself. It's just making a new case, like. But
that's the kind of thing I'd have to pay someone to do, because I make my living with this, not with these.
Yeah,
I'm useless.
Oh, seriously, it's a bit of soldering and cutting some wood.
You lost me at soldering.
Yeah.
Have you not seen the beautiful table I made, Michael?
I can see the top of it, but that's about it.
Oh no. It's has stands for all the TVs. There's 4 screens.
Yeah,
and, it's all tiles. These are tiles.
Really?
Oh yeah. These are actual floor tiles I got for the hall, but I haven't done the hall yet. And the wood top is just MDF, or no, sorry, it's not even fucking MDF bends. This is plywood.
Okay.
And because the top of it's rough, I was going to laminate it, with like a laminate sticker. And then I was like, I've got fucking floor tiles. And I built it really well. So I was like, yeah. And I just tiled the whole top of it. And it's just wipeable.
What I do is I find pictures of something online, and then I find someone who has the capacity to do it, and then I hand them some money and say, here, can you make this happen?
This whole thing cost £33. All the stands, everything, the tiles, can take into consideration the price per tile. And I bought the tiles second hand. Everything. It took 2 days to build now, don't get me wrong. And me and my dad and the wee girl helped. She used the fucking sawdust like castles and built sand castles in my studio.
I have a ton of respect for people who have the capacity to do that stuff, and I don't. I just don't. Can't do it.
The surround sound system I have in my living room is over 2,000 watt. I built that myself, and it literally shakes the fire. It's better than a cinema. On a 42-inch TV, I need a new TV.
I just bought myself a new one of the Samsung Neo QLEDs.
Oh, the QLED.
Yeah, it's the new one. It's the Neo one, the one with the micro LEDs.
The micro LEDs is the way to go now. Everybody, how many zones did you get? 270 or something? Like it's all about the zones. Man.
I forget.
All about the zones.
but it's nice, and the only reason I bought it. So what's funny is my wife was like, I don't. So I put it on, and she likes to watch baseball, so she puts a baseball game, and she's like, I don't see a difference. The only reason I bought it was because, and Stephen will roll his eyes in a moment when I say this, but I'm an Xbox guy. And so, yeah, exactly. Thank you. On cue. Very on brand.
I'm an Xbox guy.
Yeah. And so
I don't buy
PS5 is where it's at.
Man, the last Xbox I got was an Xbox 360. All right.
Oh, okay. So I have the new Series X, and the games that are coming out will play it. Some of the new games coming out will play at 120 frames a second, but you have to have an HDMI 2.1 port for that. Yeah. And the new QLEDs have that, which is the only reason I bought it. And then my wife punched me in the face when she found out how much I paid for it.
Yeah. We're not even yet.
But yeah.
We've totally killed the vagina talk, and the only woman's ran away.
That is true. That is true.
I think she's just getting a drink.
Yeah, could be true. Could be the case.
Steven, you're fucked right up, man.
Yeah, 100%, man.
That's seriously bad, Stephen. You're not representing the Irish at all.
Yeah. So
no, but I did say it is that I'm a fucking lightweight, which I am. Like I've always been a lightweight. It hasn't taken me very much.
It hasn't taken me that much at all. No.
Yeah.
You're 2 tins of Campbell's soup and you're gone.
Fuck, it's not been 2. It's like
that's
40,
funny,
but it's not even a massive amount. Still,
like,
I don't give a fuck because no. Here's the thing.
I'm not 12. I'm 16. Okay.
If I go out, right, I spend I get just as drunk as you do, but I just spend far less. I think of that as a win. Like, why is that not a benefit to me?
Oh, it is. It's a benefit to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a benefit to you.
Yeah, but you see, it's the worst benefit it is to me is I am the fucker that ends up carrying you home because I never get drunk when I go out to a pub because it costs too much. So I just give up. I just drink a couple of cans of cider and end up carrying fuckers in the back of bloody taxi services and being that cunt that takes everyone home.
There you go.
Which just means that you win the Irish drinking game because there is no drinking game in Irish.
Nobody will drink me under the table. Man, I was an alcoholic at fucking 14. Nobody will drink me under the table. Not happening. Can I ask why your fucking thing that you sent me here? This is the list of what I got for my computer, right?
Yeah.
You've sent me a fucking description of your thermal paste, and you haven't sent me what you're getting as a processor or what graphics card you're using.
What?
You've sent me.
No, it's just the whole fucking thing.
Oh, right. I have to click in the you didn't. You bought the Amazon Is that the most popular one off? You just bought a.
It's not off of Amazon. It's off of PC Specialist Ireland. So it's not like a pre-built. It's a custom build. So I tell them what things I want in the PC, and then they build it for me.
Well,
you can't diss the thermal paste because the thermal paste is what holds everything together.
I know, but it was just funny because if you look at it from my point of view, right?
It's just zoomed on it. It's just zoomed in on
this is what Stephen sent me, right? This is what Stephen sent me, right? Look at this, right? So I've got a list. This is your storage, your power supply, a power cable, right? Some thermal paste, some fans, a sound card, and a wireless card. And it said, this is the spec for the PC I got. And I'm like, that's it. That's all you got?
No, click into the thing. Click on it. Click on it.
Man,
click on it.
I can't read that shit. Can you read that shit? That's funny.
Oh, I expected you to open it on your phone. Open it on your phone and you'll get it.
Oh,
you'll be able to Steven, zoom around.
I'll be the one. I'll be the one to ask the no class question. How much did that cost?
You'll fucking shit yourself.
Right, no.
Tell you how much I paid for it.
Hold on. What graphics card did you get? Is it 200 or above?
It's 2060 Super.
You bought a 2060 Super. That's actually what make of a 2060 or GTX RTX, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. No, that's a good graphics card. That on its own, considering right. I just want to know what you paid for that graphics card.
Oh fuck, son, I don't know.
Because the GPU market at the minute is just
It's crazy. It's insane.
and
It's insane.
a 2080, an old 2080 is costing you the same money as sometimes a new fucking 3060. It's fucking insane, like, right? Anyway, okay. Too much RGB. Far too much RGB.
It's not enough RGB. It's not enough RGB because the
Ryzen
RAM isn't.
What is that? A Ryzen
RGB.
7 5000 series?
Yeah, 5800X.
Right. Are you going to be gaming in this? Or are you just streaming? You are going to game.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to do hopefully both. So I'm going to game and stream at the same time. So I'm going to stream the game.
I didn't even look at that fucking thing. How many cores has that fucker got? At least 16. Yeah, 8 core. Yeah, 8 core, 16 thread. Yeah. You will definitely be able to handle that.
So here's the thing where you guys try to reach to the internet and punch me in the face. I'm a Mac guy. And
do you run Dave's script so I can kick Michael with a command? No.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
And I bought one of the new iMacs last year, and
you're a dick. You didn't get the new M1.
Oh, Stephen, you haven't told us what the machine's worth yet. Tell us what the machine's worth.
I'll tell you now. You probably paid £1,500 for that fucking thing, maybe $2,000. Oh, you're paying euro, so I would add an 500 in that. Probably. What do you pay for it? Go on.
Do you know the first estimate that you got?
Just spit it out.
Which was 1,500, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I spent 2 times that.
Oh man, that's this market. Seriously, you're a fucking.
I spent $3,000 on the machine, yeah. But I'm not going to have to update it for like a decade. It's
right. Well, no. Right. You say you're not going to have to upgrade it for a decade.
It'll be out of date before you get it.
I'm literally going to have to get up to my fucking screen and look at it like this. Okay, I sit back down again. I bought the same motherboard as you. I guarantee you, I paid so much less than I did for you. I've got the B550 Asus as well. Because it'll hold. That's the one that hold up to 64 gig of RAM and all. Yeah, yeah. That's the exact same.
And that's how much I got, by the way, was 64 gig.
That's how much RAM it has. 64 gig.
Yeah.
You bought 64 gig from the manufacturer. You can buy aftermarket so much cheaper.
Well, I didn't buy it straight from Corsair. I bought it from the people that.
You have a 20. No, Stephen's swinging the dick now. Steven's swinging the dick. There is no fucking bastard in the world that needs 64 gig running a 2060 if you're not doing fucking photo editing or anything like that. He is not using any of that. He's going to be running dual channel. It's the big dick swinging. And I know damn rightly because I bought 32 when all I needed was fucking 16. And I did the same big dick swinging. And I bought the same fucking motherboard because it does that. But you didn't need to buy 64 outright, man. You did not.
I know I didn't. I know I didn't. Look, it's seriously overkill, and I know that, but it's just like.
What? Did he buy Corsair memory when he was on it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's the Corsair Vengeance, but that's not the RGB one, though.
I bought the RGB one. That's the only RGB in my computer. Yeah. I bought the exact same memory as you. I bought 32 gig, and I bought the fucking RGB version because it's 36 hertz.
Well, my PC is going to be the opposite of yours then, because my PC, like the RAM is the only thing that isn't RGB on my PC.
That is literally the only RGB in my computer. And I bought a 40 quid case. I bought the cheapest fucking case, ATX2, that would take that motherboard because it's a case.
That's true. I didn't spend a lot on the case.
You bought extra fans. Yeah, because you need to, because you overkilled the fucking thing. Yeah.
I don't want it to run hot. I don't want to break the fucking components in it.
So what's
Dude, there's 9 terabytes of storage on it. How the fuck am I going to use that?
Do you know what I bought in all seriousness, do you know what I bought whenever I got my computer, right? I basically bought the same as yours without being an absolute wanker about it, right? 800 quid I got.
Feel personally attacked.
Oh my god, are you guys still fucking talking about tech bullshit?
Steven,
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Steven.
Yeah, pretty much.
Steven. You guys have fun.
800
die soon anyway. So thank you for having me on, Steven. And
Amanda, it was very nice to meet you.
You too, Michael, but I'm pretty sure we've been on one stream together, actually.
You think so? Yeah, I'm horrible at this stuff.
No, so am I.
Sorry.
I would normally forget, but I liked you, so, and that's rare. So I remembered. Anyway, yeah, you guys have
Well, I hope
fun.
you fucking like me.
She joined your
I was just gonna
panel.
say,
Put up with this shit for another 20 minutes.
if it's rare,
It is ask Robbie. How rare is it that I like people?
Manda hates
I usually
even
hate
me.
people. So.
Manda
Yeah.
hates even me.
I hate everybody. So, but no, I think I remember. But anyway, have
She
fun,
didn't
you
deny it.
guys.
Take
And
care.
I will talk to you later.
Take
bye,
care.
Amanda.
So
£800, Stephen. £800 all I spent.
what's a euro worth? Is it like $1.50?
A euro's close to $1, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty close to $1. Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, so then I'm not sure whether this will make me look good or make me look stupid. My Mac was $5,000 Canadian.
Yeah, it would be because it's a Mac.
And it has it's an i9 processor. 30
Intel.
Yeah, Intel i9, 32 gigs of RAM. It'll support up to 128, but it's only got 32.
Yeah.
2 terabyte SSD, and then a Radeon 5800 XT 16 gig video card.
I've only a 1060 video card in my what I did is
I'm sure your machine would outperform mine.
Oh, what I put no. What I put in my computer was a brand spanking new 1060 graphics card. Now, basically, my Stephen got a 7, right? Stephen got a Radeon 7. I got a Radeon 5, but I get the best Radeon 5. So the Radeon 5 that I have runs the same amount of threads as Stephen at the same frequency as Stephen's, 3600, right? It'll run ever so slightly faster because it's a 7, but not much more because we have exactly the same memory and we have exactly the same motherboard, right? I spent £800 where he spent $3,000.
Isn't it? And I'm not, again, I'm
no.
not
The reason I'm making that is not because Stephen's in Egypt. It's the market. This is the difference.
Sure.
In
Yeah.
2 years. This is not even that. 18 months. My channel's only going 2 years in August. Sorry, 2 years in October coming. So the difference from 2019 in October, I spent £800 and he spent that. Now his graphics card is slightly better. I compensated with a friend of mine that had I think it's a 780. No, it's a 780 Ti, right? And when it first came out, it was like 600 fucking quid. But he'd upgraded since then, and it was laying in the drawer, and it's PCIe Express 2, so it fit my motherboard. So I put the two of them in.
Oh, okay.
That gives me the ability then to run upwards of 6 screens and double the graphics and power in it. So that's how I got it. But dude, that's doing it cheap. You know, I was just poking fun at Stephen. He's not actually a wanker, but it's to point out the fucking market at the minute. You know, it's absolutely insane. Anybody building a computer right now, I would push them towards buying the new Radeon. They're coming out in August, the new Ryzen APUs. The 5 Series 3700 APU or the 5 Series 3600 G. They are old school style processors, but they've got Vega graphics built into them.
Oh, okay.
So, and it also gives you the option to buy a graphics card later down the line. So you're going to be able to buy a processor now. And man, no joke, 280 quid is the minimum price you need to pay. £280 for basically a processor and a graphics card built into one, with the option of upgrading to a graphics card later down the line. And you're getting 1080 at 60 frames a second.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't, because with Mac you got to buy it from Mac, right? The only difference is with the RAM, because there's on the iMacs there's an access door for the RAM. So I just bought the minimum, which was 8 gigs, and then I bought 32 aftermarket from Amazon, and it was half the price of what it cost from Apple.
Yeah.
Put it in myself, and it worked out just fine.
I did the same on my laptop. I bought an i3, just a basic wee i3, and it had 4 gig of fucking RAM in it. And whenever it arrived, I bought 8, hoping that the fucker had 2 slots to pump me up to 12. And when I popped it open, it only had 1, so it's running at 8 now. But still, 8's better than fucking 4.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I'm talking. So my iMac is downstairs in the living room, and I'm just talking on a 13-inch MacBook Pro right now. But And that one has I got that one with the new M1 processor, which is nice. I like the way it exports the podcast. It does it super fast, and quite literally, the only thing I use this MacBook for is my podcast. So, speaking of podcasts, Stephen, brother, I've been going on some Christian channels lately. It's been a lot of fun. I've been spending. Are you guys familiar with Standing for Truth?
Oh my goodness!
Yes, I actually.
He's been doing an awful lot more debates. He was gone for a while. He's back again, and he's doing an awful lot more debates. He's also showing his face and stuff.
Yeah.
But
so he's Canadian as well.
Oh.
And yeah, he's from he's about 4 hours away from where I am. Just
if you were 4 hours away from the fucking place where I was on the East Coast today, you'd be in the fucking Pacific Ocean if you went across Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah. It's funny. Living here, sometimes you forget how big the place is. But yeah, Canada's a big fucking place. And but anyway, Standing has been like he's been super nice to deal with, and he's like hyper fundamentalist. But I was on about a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, talking to CJ Cox, and then two and a half weeks or so ago, I did a debate on there with Praise, which was actually fairly decent. And I'm going back on again Thursday to talk to CJ again about why I don't believe in God and why he does. But it's been really interesting. Standing's been like super inviting and super good guy, actually.
Yeah, he seems to be coming out and being a wee bit more, I wouldn't like to use the word progressive in everything, but more open and sincere to having genuine conversation. I'll use that phrase. I'm happy with that phrase.
Yeah. I had so then Praise invited me onto his channel to have a discussion. He posted something.
Can I make a suggestion, Michael?
Absolutely. Yeah, please.
Feel free to debate Praise. Feel free to scream and shout at Praise. Feel free to go to his live chat. I wouldn't recommend going on his channel. Praise at the minute is just being an absolute. Well, no, it's not that he has at the minute. He's always been. But Praise is screaming for attention right now because I don't know. He's dying off. He's been attacking Jim Majors. He's been attacking Digital Hammurabi. He's been attacking Dark Matter. He's just bored for streams. He'll pick somebody in the atheist community and just randomly start a stream about them, pick a video, and just ignorantly call them names and scream and shout, and does his wee high inflections on all of this funny stuff.
Yeah. I've noticed. No, it's funny. I've noticed that. It's funny because what I've tried to do is when I was having this discussion with CJ Cox, the first one, which was whether the 10 Commandments were ethical. I mean, silly question, of course not. But Praise sent Standing for Truth a message and said, "Hey, would you?" Because you inevitably start when you're talking about 10 Commandments, you inevitably start talking about morality, and so he sent Standing a message saying, would he have a discussion with me about secular versus Christian morality? So I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. And I'd invite anybody to go back and look at it on Standing's channel. It was actually because I had a little bit of experience with Praise before, and I didn't know exactly what to expect. But I felt pretty decent about it because Standing had been he had presented himself as pretty even-keeled, right? So I went on there, and the discussion I had with Praise was it was really good. It was really even-tempered. There was no flare-ups. There was no ad hominem. There was no nothing. It was actually a good conversation. So then Praise posted something on Twitter about, atheists showing proof that God doesn't exist. And so I commented on it. So he did invite me onto his channel. And I went on there, and guess who the first person to show up to talk to me was?
Is this the person that I saw on Tom Rabbit's channel?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I don't want. All right. Knock yourselves out. You can.
Okay. Yeah. Matt Fake has a little bit of a history with Dart Dawkins. So basically, like, Dart Dawkins went on
It's not that I have a history with him, man. I don't
No,
have
it's
a
not that they have a
history with
history. It's just that he's been on the
him. It's
channel
just
a couple of
I'm
times, and
fucking. I
he was on the channel a couple of times, and he debated on Matt Fake's channel, and like, there's
nothing
like,
to do with that. It's nothing to do with that at all. But he was. But
Yeah.
that's not my distaste for this conversation.
Yeah, we certainly don't have to talk about him if you don't want to.
Oh, no,
I'm
no,
happy
it's
to
not
not.
my channel. Knock yourselves out. I'm being a dick. I'm going to be quiet and roll the smoke. Go mad.
So
I
he
saw
came
it
on.
actually,
Oh,
and
yeah.
the last time that we were talking about it, you had said that like you wouldn't talk to him again.
Right.
So,
and so
I
that
was
the thing.
I was really, really surprised because I'm subbed to Tom Rabbit. I'm in his Discord channel, so I get all of the notifications like as soon as he
Yeah.
posts a video. And when I saw that like it was Dart Dawkins versus Michael, I was like, oh, I know a Michael. It's just like, like, who is this? As soon as I saw the thumbnail and it was you, I was like, dude, what the fuck happened?
So what happened was that we started having the conversation. And then because I never have, like, whenever I'm talking to somebody, like, I never have a YouTube channel open. I'm never watching the stream. It's way too distracting. So I always just have whatever the link is going, and that's it. That's the only window I have open. So he's like, well, Darth wants to come in and talk to you. And I basically said, I'm like, look, not my circus, not my monkeys. This is your channel. I would prefer not to talk to him, and here are the reasons why. I said, but it's your call if you want to let him in. So he let him in. We talked for a few minutes, and I basically said, like, and then I got to the point, I'm just like, I'm not talking to you. I am no longer conversing with you. He looked at that, of course, as weakness, and I'm all broken up about that inside. I may never sleep properly again. And then we went on to actually, after he left, to have another fairly decent conversation with some other people. But yeah, I will, but I won't let that happen again. I spent a lot of time thinking about this, and if something like that happens again where he does come in, I'm just gonna. And the reason I didn't leave the first time was because I didn't want it to come across as he came in, so I ran away.
Yeah,
that's why. Yeah. At the beginning of the stream, I said to him, I said, you will leave before I do. And so it was mostly just me being a stubborn asshole. The reason why I stuck around. Understandably,
it's Dart Dawkins after all.
Yeah, but yeah, it was interesting.
Can we say asshole 104? Not to give him the attention.
Asshole 104. Yeah, of course, asshole 104.
Yeah,
I still don't know what asshole 104 means or is reference to, but asshole 104. It's fine.
Because he's an asshole, and 104 is a random number, which I do believe it's A104 in all of the Pixar movies, Time Story and Monsters and things like that. If you look in every one of them, there's an A104 snuck in somewhere. It's the actual name of the number of the room where they all met or got together or did their first video or something. Always look, room A104 will be one of I think it's the Pixar movies. And
all right.
Yeah, so it's asshole 104 because he's a fucking joke. He's it's going back to being muted.
Yeah. Oh no, I won't disagree. And we can absolutely move on from there. We don't need to. He doesn't need any more attention, so we can move on.
That's true.
It's true. After everyone gives him attention, everyone mentions his name. Everyone puts their name in the fucking title. I'm not talking about you, Michael, because you don't have a YouTube channel, but guaranteed you're bored. You want some views. Put fucking Darth Dawkins in your title. Tag him. Antangelo's throwing his Discord about to everybody. Just let him know you're talking shit about him. He'll pop up in the chat. Your views will go up. People will watch. You'll do the YouTube thing well.
Yeah, it's funny. I tried having a discussion. Otangelo was another one of the guys that came into the stream, and this is one of the things that I find really interesting. I'm curious as to whether or not you guys have experienced the same thing. I've found, especially particularly with Otangelo, is I don't know that I've encountered a Christian that is so unwilling to defend Christianity. He only wants to talk about a generic God.
Antangelo doesn't want to talk about anything. Antangelo wants to read something. And as much as I respect Antangelo to the point where he will turn up even on Dave's stream to have the crack, he will come in, spout two or three things Christian like, and if he's got respect for me or Dave or Amanda or anything like that, just pulling names out because they're close people, and we ask him to stop, he'll stop and he'll hang about. and he'll participate in the way. He's even professed a want to be on Dave's Critical Questions, and has said that he will not mention Christianity at all. But when it comes to Christianity, as you say, man, he wants to talk about anti-evolution. He's more that than he is Christianity. He focuses on the genetics and stuff, and he reads, check this post out, check that post out. And I'll have him on, and he'll put the views up and people watch it. I had more people watching the fucking after party the other night because he joined than I had for the guest. I felt disrespectful to the guest. But now, don't get me wrong, the guest is hoping to go into that sort of interactions. They've only ever done edited videos, bar 2 other live streams, and they had fun interaction with Christians, so I invited them on. And the views went up. My guest had fun, and the YouTube thing went well. But it's, man, you should become a Patreon or a member, and then you'll get access to my secret channel where, I've only done it twice, and I was going to do it the night only fucking Wild Eden streamed, but I'll fucking tell you the truth of what I fucking thinking, and then
Steven, how's Kevin doing?
Kevin is doing pretty well. Kevin was not able to make this stream, although he was, obviously invited, and he had said that he might be able to meet it. Yeah, he had some family stuff or something going on. It wasn't like problems or drama or anything else like that. He just kind of like met up with some family, as we're all kind of starting to do now, some extended family that he hasn't seen in a little while, obviously because COVID and stuff like that. Both of his parents are now fully vaccinated. Ireland's rollout of the vaccine has been fucking terrible, so we're not vaccinated, although we're kind of hoping to get vaccinated as soon as we, eligible. But so he's just kind of meeting up with some extended family he just hasn't seen in a little while, and he just wasn't able to make the stream, which is like totally understandable. He had said, he had like apologized that he wasn't able to make it and stuff, but that, I don't hold it against him in the slightest, because like, why would I do that? He hasn't seen his family in a little while, so
yeah. I got my second vaccine on Wednesday, just passed.
Can't get a vaccine. Can't fucking get one.
And it's been crazy. Canada stumbled a lot. I'm really surprised to hear that Ireland's having a rough go. That surprises me. That surprises me.
Yeah, so like England they're like making their way through their, like, is it in the 20s now, Mathpig, that they're starting to vaccinate people?
Pardon?
Is it like people in their 20s that they're starting to vaccinate now in England?
Oh yeah. I had shit going on with the big stream and stuff and all when it opened up to the 30-year-olds over here, and then I missed it for about maybe, I think it was 10 days after that came out for our age, and I applied. I couldn't get one. And then it said wait a week later, and then the 20-year-olds and all come out, and then I tried and couldn't get again, and then I tried again last week and couldn't get again, because everybody's basically available now. Well, not everybody, but there's a wide range of people now. And I checked all of Northern Ireland, and we have two choices over here. We have the AstraZeneca's one, or whatever, the AstraZeneca's, whatever. AstraZeneca, which has been shown to show blood clots. So I had a choice of that or not, after you have to sign a disclosure, an online signature.
Yep.
And all. Yep. And I was like, right, fuck it, causes blood clots, don't care, clicked it. Went through the process, where you live, blah, 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 another 5 or 6 pages of questions, and then it said nothing available. So I was like, right, fuck that. Refreshed at the very start and said, I'll decide to take another one. The moment I decided to take another one, I didn't even get the questions then. It just said, no, none available. So they give you the option of the AstraZeneca or something else, but you can't get the something else. So, I can't even get the Astra at the minute. There's no appointments available.
I had the AstraZeneca for my first vaccination on April 17th. And they said, there's a blood clot, stuff like that, but it's something like 3 and like 2.4 million or something like that. Like, it's pretty small.
Yeah, it's crazy small.
Yeah, and so I was fine, from it, and and then I got the Moderna as my second one just on Wednesday. And the reason the Canadian government was trying to shift it, so if you had AstraZeneca, to give you one of the other ones for the second one, is that you had a broader immune response. Because the AstraZeneca is not an mRNA versus the Pfizer and Moderna, which are mRNAs. So, and the second one knocked me flat.
mRNA based.
Yes, mRNA. Yeah.
Just for the people who don't understand, that's what a lot of anti-vaxxers are like. These vaccines have come out within a year. What the fuck's going on? No, it's a coronavirus. The research for the type of vaccines were already there. And the other one that you're mentioning is one based on, I think I'm going to use it wrongly, but like gene therapy. They don't put like head vaccine or anything like that in you. They literally put that little bit of DNA that reacts to get your immune response, and that's it. So there's that type of vaccine, and then there's the mRNA-based type of vaccine that was there. A lot of SARS research and all went into that as well. So think how long ago SARS was. That's when this vaccine work started. It's not
And SARS hit Canada really hard too. And they didn't even develop a vaccine for SARS.
It just went away. Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. I thought that was funny.
It's but the second vaccine, Moderna, it kicked my ass. I was out for about 2.5 days, like unbelievable, like crushing fatigue and body aches, crazy chills. I never had a fever that went above 40, which is when they said you'd have to go to the hospital. But I did have a slight fever, and I just had like bone chilling shakes. And then Friday, that was Wednesday at about 2:00. Friday afternoon, about 4:30, I felt the wave just leave my body, and I was totally fine.
My dad got actually got it. He got COVID. Like, he's only 300 yards away from me.
Wow.
His house, like, he's back at my garden on the other side of the field. That's where my dad's house is, and he got it. And I think everybody in the house ended up with it, but my half sister. He had a half brother, half sister, him and the wife, and everybody ended up. The sister literally locked herself in the house, in her bedroom. I'm not fucking leaving.
Wow.
There's an upstairs bathroom and a downstairs bathroom, so it was like, I'm taking the downstairs one. This is mine. Fuck off.
Yeah. We're pretty fortunate over here. I work with. I'm a public servant. That's the one thing I don't talk about online is what I do for a living. But I'm a public servant, and I deal with the public a lot. And I was very fortunate when this whole thing started. And my wife works at a hospital, and we looked at each other like we're totally going to get this. Like, there's no way we're not getting this. And neither one of us did, fortunately. And now we're both fully vaccinated. But I go back to what I said before. I'm really shocked to hear that a place like Ireland is hiccuping like this. That's discouraging to hear. I would have thought, I mean, because you essentially have NHS, right? Like, it's
I'm saying that, man. Northern Ireland has been doing pretty well lately. The thing we have going for us, and don't get me wrong, I would say, and I'm pulling a number out of my ass, it's not 50-50, it's less than 50-50, but I wouldn't say it's a third. I'd say it's more than a third. I do have actual interactions with people who believe corona is fake, not so much as thinking anti-vaxxers, so they won't go so far as to say I won't get the vaccination. But they're like, I'm not wearing my mask when I'm going to the fucking local shop, and corona's a joke, and it's, this, that, and the other. You try and push it a wee bit to maybe find out. I don't know. I'm recently met someone I'm having chats with, and they're like, it's just a joke. I'm doing 10 days isolation, and I have no fucking symptoms. Like, they're the same age. I was going to say they're the same age as me and Stephen, but he's a fucking baby. Sort of in between me and Stephen's age. And, like, they're non-symptomatic. I think 60 to 70% of the people our age group are non-symptomatic. It's and if you continue to mix non-symptomatic people with really strong versions, then we end up with a fucking non-symptomatic version that all of a sudden can fucking kill you, can spread really badly, get a non-symptomatic version that builds into your system, and then 5 days later you end up, we don't know what it's just stay at home, do the 10 days isolation.
In Canada it's 14 days. It's great. I don't know how I just turned 50. I don't know how old you are, Math Pig.
I will be 38 on the 1st of August.
Okay.
Which is also the technical second birthday of the channel, because I did stream on my birthday from my laptop for 5 minutes where it froze and everything fucked up, but that was the first stream. So
okay, so you're both young pups compared to me, but it's
I'm 26 in 9 days, just so we're all just whilst we're all sharing.
9 days. 9 days. What date's that?
29th.
Yeah, my daughter is
just going into the 12th fortnight.
2 years younger than you are, Stephen. I could I could be your
already
father.
discussed. No, because we had said about that before, and it was just because like we had talked about that in like the little like pre-debate chat that we had. Like it
Yeah.
was like the first or second one for MDD and stuff like that, and you were just
Yeah.
like, "Holy shit, I'm debating with someone my daughter's age." It was a little bit of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
But yeah, you don't look a day over 27.
Thank you.
Yeah. Maybe it's the Campbell soup.
Maybe
Yeah.
could be.
You know, Math Pig, what you're going to have to do is later on, you're going to have to you're going to look at this stream, and you have to take like a screenshot when he's taking a drink.
Oh my God, I'm looking up at the delayed reaction I'm watching the actual feed, and my head when I'm leaning down typing, fucking shiny. I need to get a camera or something seriously sorted.
Yeah. You're going to have to capture a screenshot of him drinking his cider and somehow Photoshop Campbell soup onto that.
What do you mean somewhat? Yeah. Man, I could probably do that on my phone while we're streaming.
There you go. Do that. It'll be fun.
In saying that now, just as I think about that, my daughter was that clingy tonight. And what I usually do is I used to use I had a smartphone set up as a camera, but I've been using this new camera, so it was dead. It's an old Samsung Galaxy S3 or whatever the fuck it was. And when she's feeling lonely before she goes to bed, what she likes me to do is sometimes cuddle up beside her for a couple of minutes.
Oh, sure. Yeah. She's 4. Like, what do you want?
Yeah. And don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining or anything like that.
Yeah.
But this last month, we've been doing so much at work. And I'm actually ahead of schedule at work, which is great. On Friday, I ran out of shit to do. They had to move me to a new machine and train me in a whole new machine because I've got that much ahead of my work. I had nothing to do. So that's a good thing.
Was that when you posted the Twitter pic of the like grossly oversized fucking drill bit?
No, yeah, well, it was like, yeah, that was near the end. Yeah, man, that's not even the biggest one we have.
Christ above.
Right? You have to run that thing at like 120 fucking revs per minute. Anything more than that when it touches the metal, the whole thing, you have to be wild. I hate using them. You have to go so slow. But anyway, I'm very tired. It's a lot of heavy duty work and stuff like that. It's a lot of physical lifting and shit. So when I cuddle up beside her, I fall asleep. This is why there's not been a Patreon stream on a Friday night at 10 o'clock for the last 2 weeks. Because I've been cuddling up beside her and fucking passing out and not waking up to 1 a.m. So I said to her the night, no, I'm not cuddling the night, honey. We're cuddling on the sofa beforehand. And actually last night, the two of us sat up and we watched a movie before she went to bed. And the two of us fell asleep on the sofa. I woke up at like 1 a.m, carried her to bed. I took her top off, and that was it. Just setting you into the bed. Don't wake up.
Yeah.
So I was like, right, my mobile is in there right now beside her, and I have attached her. This is funny. If Stephen can share screen, right? This is it sitting on the top of her chest of drawers in another StreamYards hangout that I'm muted on, so she can't hear me. But she didn't want to go to sleep until she could see me, and she's there in the dark. She's there in the dark sleeping. So that's what daddies have to do.
Oh yeah, our kids turn us into these gooey little things. But and we do things for them that we normally wouldn't do. So,
oh no, she was excited because I did walk a mountain with her last week. I am going to talk about my daughter now, so fuck you all. Yeah. I'm very proud.
No, all good.
We took her to the beach in Warren Point last weekend. Warren Point is on the east coast, and if you run along the east coast a wee bit more, you get Kilbrony, then you get Kilkeel, then you get Newcastle. So all these little towns along it. Straver is in there too. And excuse me. We went to Warren Point and did the beach, which is a stony beach. It's not a sand beach, it's a stony beach. So she went and did the stones. Lots of throwing in the water and stuff like that. But they have it's where a lot of boats would take ferries between England and Northern Ireland, but lorries only. Sort of like an old-fashioned one. And the way that the mountains sort of dip like this. And I don't know if I can find the fucking picture. It's fucking absolute. But anyway, did that. Then we went to Kilbrony, which is a forest park right beside the ocean that literally when you go into it, the water's there and it starts at a 45-degree angle. So it's really handy to go to the top of the mountain from the beach. And we walked to the top of the mountain after going to the park. So she had an hour in the park and she had ice cream. So she had to walk to the top of the mountain, which is what Daddy wanted. You've had all day. It's my turn now.
Right.
And man, the corner before the end, as we went round, she gave up and fell down on her knees as if she was professing to fucking Jesus. And she just went down and went, Daddy, my legs are not working anymore. That's it. You're going to have to carry me. And she was in shorts. So she scraped her fucking knees on the stone path and everything. So then she started to cry, made it worse. I felt guilty. Had to fucking, and it's literally maybe 20 or 30 foot from the last corner. And you can see the top of the mountain. And it was like, no, legs aren't working. I was like, fuck. And I mentioned her to this weekend. I says, what we're going to do is the same as last weekend. And Newcastle is further along the line, but it's the same idea. The car park is literally right beside a mountain. Start going up. And she was like, no, I'm not doing a mountain. We can do the beach and we'll do the park, but I am not walking a mountain again, Daddy. That was no.
Just you got to put her on your shoulders and go.
And a dog and a backpack.
Or not.
Yeah, no, it gets a bit much. It gets a bit much. We've agreed that we will walk a mountain once a month. Once a month we will walk a mountain, and I get 2 weeks off in August. And what we're going to do is take 2 days and walk over the mountains, and we're going to camp. She's never been camping before, so
that'd be fun.
Yeah. And I used to walk the mountains a lot when I was a kid. When we first got our license, I went to Warren Point, I went to Kilbrony, I went to Newcastle. This is where I was 17, 18, and just loved it. So having the experience in this with her for the first time has been, as much as she hated it, I don't give a fuck. It's fucking fantastic for me. I don't care.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful thing when you can forge those memories with her, and they'll be invaluable, right, as life goes on, because she'll grow and she'll change. She'll become her own person, her own woman. And but you'll always have those things to hold on to.
I hope so. I hope she's
never, ever make excuses about bragging about your daughter. Like, don't ever do that. Like, that's, it's a good thing. It's a good. Steven will do it one day.
Hit the share button.
There you go. She's on your shoulders there.
Yeah.
What kind of dog is that? Looks like a collie almost.
He's a Jack Russell cross with the Staffy, and he turned 17 in April. He was fucked at the top of the mountain as well.
Oh, 17. That's an old pup.
He's as healthy as he would be at 10, man. I swear to fuck. Yeah, she slipped about 3 inches forward and nearly shit herself. She was screaming just after that. Catch me, Daddy! That's the shot of us up there. That's the flower she gave away to the little girl.
Oh, look at her little gingerness.
That was us walking. That's quite local. I thought it was like a jungle. It's been overgrown because it's like an off the beaten sort of path. I don't know. I'm looking for the fucking picture from last weekend. At the Warren Point. Don't know. I mustn't have posted it on Twitter. I can't believe I didn't, because it's fucking fantastic. Give me 1 second. I know definitely I posted it in fucking Discord. And I know for sure I give it to.
Well, you got yourself a cute little kid there, Math Ping.
Oh, I'm so proud, man. And the funny thing is, her mother has disallowed me from putting any pictures of her on Twitter, and I agreed to it because I know she doesn't look to my Twitter, which is quite funny. But that's one of my favorite pictures ever.
That's a great little picture, yeah.
I absolutely love that picture.
And she's 4. He says she's 4.
3 in that picture. That was last year. But she's 4 now at the minute. Yep, there's it there. That's the one from Warren Point. I'm really chuffed with that one.
Yeah, that's like your desktop background right there.
My desktop background is actually Sub-Zero, some sort of a cross between an alien Medusa sort of thing, the sun and the earth. That's what my background is. I have 4 screens, so that's
okay. Understood.
Yeah, it took me forever and a day to stretch the screens and get it right. I actually had to make a fucking wallpaper myself that I think is 72080 by 1080.
So this is the same beach you were talking about with all the rocks, right?
This is the Warren Point beach, but the beach today that we went to, which was the previous, this one here, that one was Newcastle.
Oh, okay. So we have
a beach.
So about 35 or 40 minutes east of us, we have a little town called Newcastle.
Everywhere there's a Newcastle.
Yeah.
There's a Newcastle in England called Newcastle upon Tyne.
Yeah. How far out can you walk there before the water starts getting deep?
Now, in all seriousness, man, that's a cheat. I cheated there. That actual picture, because I don't know. It's on my phone. My phone's in her room, and I could share a picture.
Because she looks about ankle. She looks about ankle deep there.
Right. Well, you see, there was the beach, right, which is pretty level from when you step down, and then there's a wee dip in the beach, and then it rises up again for like a bit, and that bit's only about 15 foot. You know,
and then it drops off,
and then there's another drop again, and that's the actual ocean. And the tide was just sort of coming in at the right time. When we walked out, as I say, there's a picture on my phone. There's an island, and it's about 10 foot deep, as in going out to the ocean, and maybe about 9 or 10 foot wide. Okay. And we walked out to that, but within 5 minutes, the island was gone.
Right.
But we were still at low level. I actually
in.
had to carry her. It did get a wee bit deep on the walkout where she was like, Daddy, it's coming up and touching my shorts. Can you carry me? So I had to carry her for about 10 foot till it started to rise again and put her back down again, because it would have been up to her actual waist. Yeah. So it did get deep and then go back up again. So it's a cheat. You know, it is an actual cheat. But I do try with good pictures. Like, again, with the picture of, there's another one. I don't know if Stephen can share a screen from that one. That one, oh no, there's a better one. And this was the first one I took while we were in the, he mightn't be able to, because I think, we did. That's the first one I took. But you see the mountains in the background?
Yeah.
I fucking bloody pedaled that motherfucking damn pedal swan that's designed for 2 people to pedal the whole way around that little fucking area, which is maybe 200 or 300 fucking wide. And had to do a full lap of it to get back around again, and then turn the fucking swan at a particular angle to get her, not so much where her head is in the middle, but if her head was on the very far left of the picture, that's where the middle of it was the second time round, and the mountains is in the background and all the rest of it. So with photography, there is a wee bit of a setup, and fuck me, did it kill me, that setup. 20 minutes we were in that pedal swan. She did not want to get out. How you lie, it was 17. I looked at my timer. It was 17. I pulled over. I was like, honey, it's over. It's over. I can't go no more. Daddy's fucked.
It's funny. I have a friend of mine who's a photographer, and when I look at the photos that he takes, I understand that I don't know how to take photographs. Like I can take snapshots. I can take pictures, but I am not talented enough to take photographs. Because
that trick is the background.
Yeah, it's a real skill. It's a real skill.
Because when you're taking a picture, what most people look at is the focus of the picture. So I'm taking a picture of Elena, so everybody's looking at Elena. But you want Elena to be framed. You want the actual thing you're looking at to be framed. And you need it to be framed by the background. And you're sitting thinking the mountains is lovely and the forest is lovely. So make sure that the angle is good. That's another thing that people freak out on, is everybody takes a picture from eye level. I've lost him. He's not even listening now because he's gone.
I'm still here.
Oh, Stephen's still here. Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm still here. I'm just not on camera.
The trick is the angle as well. You know, a lot of people take a picture always from eye level, which you don't actually have to do now. You know, selfies are taken like that. So but, if you're taking a picture from a different angle. Like, I remember a friend of mine who's a professional photographer, did photography for a while for a local newspaper. So he's good, good enough for that. And he's a short fella. He wouldn't be more than 5.5 foot tall. And I remember him from a New Year's Eve party climbing up onto a bench in the kitchen and nearly fucking sitting in the cupboard in the kitchen. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
And then, this is like 12 o'clock at night. Everybody's getting ready to celebrate with their party poppers and all. And I look over and my mate's sitting in a kitchen cupboard. It's like, what the hell are you doing? And then you look at the picture that he's took. And it's sort of, imagine a spotlight in the top corner looking down, and everybody's doing their poppers, and you can see the whole room. It's
sure, yeah.
If you'd have if you'd have took that picture from eye level, or even if you'd have raised it up, you'd have just got the top of people's heads, sort of thing. You'd have got this, that, and the other. But from that particular angle, right up in the corner of the room, you see in every other corner of the room, You seen everybody in the room. You got the table and you know, it was.
It's a real. It's a.
I've been told I have a good eye for a shot now. And I did try to do a wee photography class, but I had to drop out with a few other things that was going on in life at the minute. I couldn't keep matching the fucking time. But
Stephen, are you still there?
Are you still there, Michael? You're the one frozen.
Yeah, you keep freezing every now and again, Michael.
That's weird because I just checked I opened up another window and did a speed test, and my download and upload, I've got 250 down.
This is all cloud based though.
Up.
Yeah, right. Well, then that means it's your computer, man.
Yeah.
No, it means you need to close the porn windows, and you probably need a refresh.
Why would I close the porn windows? That's the only thing worth looking at.
Because they're taking up all the broadband, and I am a sexy motherfucker.
That is
true.
That is true.
Stephen wants to go to bed.
I will admit, I am pretty fucking tired. So, just saying.
Yeah, I'm actually going to get back to my wife. So but I'm glad I was able to pop on for a little bit. I'm going to go spend some time with my beautiful wife.
Bastard.
And maybe have some sex.
I'm just jealous. I'm not being rude. I'm just jealous.
Yeah. Oh no, it's fine. If you had my wife, I'd be jealous of you too.
That's funny because just as I'm scrolling through fucking Twitter looking for a picture, this GIF has appeared, and it is very appropriate for just how I feel about Stephen right now. Or Michael.
Yeah. 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 No, my wife is spectacular. I love her to death. She's the best part of me for sure. But Stephen, thanks so much for having me.
I'm actually quite chuffed with that picture as well. That's an eye. That
we'll have to talk so much next time, okay?
That church,
yeah, for sure, Michael.
That's a great.
Yeah, St. Patrick actually was there, man. St. Patrick was there. That's an old beaten down church and everything. And this is the outside of it. That's the spire on the other side. Roof's all broken down. See, just inside that archway, there's actually a grave built, and the grave is built from the minister that across the road, there's the new church. That was like whenever it was built, because this one was falling down, and he's been allowed to be buried actually inside the church grounds.
Yeah, you do have an eye for photography, because that's an amazing photograph.
There's another shot, right, of I thought was quite good.
Yeah, that's a nice kind of like a little candid shot.
Yeah. There's ones of her at the freaking did I get rid of it? Where is it? Oh, wrong tweet. Back one. Where we're at the water. That's the one I'm looking for. Is also Gosford. Yeah, I found all my old watches. I have too many watches. Who has watches now?
I just I have two. I have one that I was given as a groomsman present for a.
That's for the dogs. It's a stale donut. But there's a shot of us where she's just leaning over the edge of the water and the sunlight's hitting and stuff. And I fucked about with the light ever so slightly when I took it. You know, the digital camera gives you that ability.
Yeah.
So it looked really fucking good.
Yeah. Well, it looks like
Yeah, constantly is cutting in and out. It's constantly cutting in and out, man.
It's a StreamYard connection. He needs to refresh.
Yeah.
Boom. There. Found it.
Really
just there you go.
Yeah.
You can leave after seeing this shot now.
Okay.
And I'm going to do the same as Stephen wants to leave. See where I automatically hit the share audio button? I'm not even sharing audio, Stephen.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
See, that's a great picture. It really, really is.
Yeah. It's tough.
That's a really, really good picture. You got to get some of those framed and get them on the wall.
I know. This is the thing. I was thinking this earlier. For Father's Day, which is Sunday, my mum printed out a mini book with like 25 pictures that I've sent her, you know? And I've sent her all these cool pictures, and she takes the other one where like Elena's taking the step rather than her foot on the ground and puts that in the book. And I'm like, oh man, I know you wanted it to be a surprise and all, but fucking ask me what pictures you're putting on it next time. It's like you took all of the second best shots instead of the best shots. Like, that's a great shot. And
It
she
is.
used the one where she's actually taking the step rather than the one where her foot's on the ground. You know,
Yeah.
and it just looks awkward rather than looks posed.
For sure.
Right. There you go.
Guys, it was
Pragmatic.
great. It was great hanging out with you. Matthew,
too,
good
Michael.
to see you again. Steven,
As
Go get
always,
some-
Michael.
go get some sleep.
Yeah.
I should
we'll do
try
this.
to anyway.
We'll do. Oh, what the fuck?
Because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
whatever. Like, what is it? It's like, what the hell time is it there?
It's only 1 o'clock.
It's only 1
not even
o'clock.
that bad. Yeah, it's not even that bad.
It's,
Jesus.
yeah, it's literally.
It doesn't
only
help.
1
It
o'clock.
doesn't help that you're drunk and stoned. So,
That's true.
all right. All right, guys. Have a good one. Thanks again.
You too, Michael. You too.
Cheers. We'll see you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, well, yes, I'm very, very sorry now, but on that note, because I am ridiculously fucking tired at this stage. Well, it's not even tired, but I'm very drunk, and I'm not really I'm kind of zoning in and out, if I'm totally honest. So, on that note, thank you to everybody who came. Thank you to everybody who was here to watch even some of that ridiculous fucking event
15
where they
minutes.
talked about
We
nonsense.
got if you were correct in saying that the first 15 minutes was an intro that you skipped, we got to 33, so we got 18 minutes.
Yeah, we got 18 minutes in and I was already fucking drunk. So how anybody can like that should genuinely be like a challenge that, you know, you if you can make it through that, I don't know, you deserve a prize.
I was thinking that next time we watch it, every time she says conservative, you need to take a shot of vodka, and we will last 2 minutes.
Yeah, literally two. Literally two. So yeah, the next thing that's coming up is the debate on Wednesday. I hope to see you all there.
Where's this debate happening?
The debate is on Modern Day Debate, Math Pig. You know it's on Modern Day Debate.
I actually
know
didn't know you were having a debate on Wednesday. Genuinely,
What did you know?
100%. Did not know that you were having yet another debate on Modern Day Debate.
Yeah, so this one is going to be on the Me Too.
You need to shut
movement.
the stream down so I could tell you a story afterwards.
Okay. Yeah, so this debate is on the Me Too movement, whether it's more good than bad or whether it's more bad than good. I'm obviously on the more good than bad side. So yeah, until Wednesday, we shall love you and leave you, and I shall talk to you